Okay, guys, here we go. We are on Science 6.4.4, Episode 3, and you'll see that here, Gather and Reason. So let's first take a look at Gather and Reason. Today, you're going to be doing a wolf pack simulation, and for this, you're going to need a couple handouts from your teacher, and you're going to also need a set of dice, so 2 dice. So let's take a look here. You will participate in a simulation where you raise a pack of wolves under 2 different conditions, with and without human interference. Now, these links here go to the handouts that we will provide you. However, if you are at home watching this, this first one will provide you with the rules to how to do the simulation, and the second one is the table for the data that you're going to record from the simulation. This data table you can make on any piece of paper. No need to recreate the information showing you how to play the simulation. And then ultimately at the end, you're going to be answering some questions about the data you collect. So with the simulation, you're going to be doing it over the course of 15 years. Okay? And then with this here, it says that you're going to each year add 3 wolves to the pack due to reproduction. So each year you're going to need to add 3 pups to the puppy side, okay? And then with each year as you bring 3 in, you're going to need to move the previous year's pups to the adult side. Okay, so just to say that again, each year you're going to add 3 wolf pups to the pack and then take your previous year's puppies and move them to the adult side. But to get started, you're going to have 2 adult wolves and then 3 puppies to equal a total of 5 wolves. So there you have it. Now, let's jump over to the information sheets. Here we go. Let me bring up both of these. Okay, so here we go. This is where you're going to need the 2 dice. You rolled the 2 dice, and it's going to give you a result. So doubles, a double 2, double 3, double 4, double 5. You end up with 2 of your puppies dying. Okay, if you roll the dice and you add up to 4, then you're going to end up with 2 of your wolves dying there. If you roll a 8, adds up to 8. You get to add 2 puppies. But as you do this each year, here's your first year. It's already accounted for. Year number 2 is where you're going to start. You're going to roll the dice. Remember, you get to add 3 wolf puppies each year. And then these 3 previous years will move over to the adult. So here in this line, you're going to have you're going to start out with, well, actually, we have to roll the dice and see what happens because you may end up losing some puppies. But roll the dice, see what happens, and then adjust the numbers. So if we rolled and it added up to 5 and nothing changed, so what would happen is these 3 pups move over here to the adults. So here, this would be a 5. And then over here, we have to add 3 more puppies. So we have 5 adults now, 3 puppies, for a total of 8. What happened this year? Nothing happened. You didn't have a change. If a puppy had died, you would know. Puppy had died. Then finally, total for the year, you're going to put this number here over to this side. Then you'll go on to your next year. So we would now be on to year number 3. Roll the dice. See what happens. Adjust your numbers. So you'll go ahead and continue to go year after year, and then the last year is going to be year 15. Once that is done, you will then move on to doing it with human interference, where humans are causing interaction with the wolf pups. So it all plays out the exact same way, same rules. We're going to add 3 wolf pups each year. The previous years will move over to the adult side. We'll roll the dice, see what happens, then make the adjustments, and then we'll do our observations. Okay, from there, let's minimize this out of the way, and let's go over to our communicate side. So you've done 2 simulations, one where there is no human interaction and one where there is human interactions. You have all that collected data. Now what you're going to do is answer these questions from looking at your data. So question number 1, and I suggest copy and paste the below questions into the text box and then answer them. The first question that you've copied and pasted is, what was the difference in the stability of the populations between the two simulations? So what that is saying is how did your population change? Does it show steady growth, steady decline? Did it seem to be all over the place? So what was the difference in the stability of the populations between the two? So you're going to compare them. When you answer this, remember, answer and elaborate, show me mastery, explain. Don't forget 6th grade writing, capitalization, punctuation, proper sentences. On to number 2. What would account for these differences that you noted up here in question 1? Why do you see the differences you see? And explain that. Again, mastery, elaboration, punctuation, capitalization, 6th grade writing. Finally, question number 3. How does this simulation relate to the stability of actual ecosystems? So what we're asking is it somewhat realistic or not? And explain your answers to why you felt it was realistic or why it was not realistic. So after these 3 are entered in the text box below, you'll submit the text, and then for your data sheets, fold those in half, keep them in your science notebook, and hold on to that. If you get all of this done, to which you should be able to, I then want you to roll into studying that 6th grade textbook. We need to get through that material. There you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to come and get us some for additional help. So go ahead and get going.